More help with the expected return of Pro Bowl receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Last season, Baker Mayfield posted a QBR of 69 with Odell Beckham Jr. on the field and 75 with him off. The big difference? The touchdown to interception ratio for Baker was 9-6 with OBJ on and 7-2 with him off. We welcome back Swagoo Marcus Spears with us. Marcus, I'm glad we didn't. Oh, Marcus, you coming or not?
There he goes. Hey.
I'm here.
glad we didn't scare you away there. All right, so let's start with you, Keyshawn.
Yes.
Should Baker force feed the ball to Odell this season?
No, he shouldn't force. He's never force fed the ball to Odell. Continue to do exactly what he was doing last year. He only got better in the second half of the season. Let's stop this narrative that OBJ was the issue with Baker Mayfield's play on the field. How about the fact that there was no OTAs? How about the fact that there was no real training camp? Everything was truncated. And how about the fact that it was a new offense for, I think, the third time in Baker Mayfield's short career? This was like his fourth head coach. He had to learn the system, get comfortable to do the things that they wanted him to do. You don't force feed the football to a receiver like OBJ. He'll get his because he'll work the people to get open. He'll run the precise routes. Landry's opposite him. But for whatever reason, individuals in this world of the media would like to point the fingers at OBJ as the reason that Baker Mayfield had success last year by him not being on the field. I am a living witness of that because I played the damn position. I get tired of when people try to say that receivers are begging for the ball, they're doing this, they're disruptive, they're all of these sort of things, when it's not factually true. You're good, they're going to get you the football. If you're not good, they're not going to get you the football. They're going to throw the ball to the guys that are good. And he just happened to be in a new system with a new head coach, both of them. When he got hurt, they started to get better the second half of the season because he started to grasp the offense. Simple and plain. That's all it is.
So when I was off last week, I read a great book. Brought it in for Key to autograph. Key, what's the name of that book?
Just Give Me the Damn Ball was the title. Go out and buy it on Amazon. I'm plugging it again.
And it's actually
20-something years later.
It's an incredibly entertaining book. And a title that is apropos. When you're great and you know you're great, that's what you say, especially if your team is struggling. Just get me the damn ball. I'll do the rest. I'll take care of it. Odell is that guy. He is that guy. Now, is he disruptive? I don't believe so. I know in New York with the Giants, we had the kicking net incidents and all that stuff that everybody makes a big deal about because he was showing frustration. He was showing frustration because his team stunk and he wasn't getting the ball. So that's all built up. But now, think about it. Baker Mayfield and Odell have a great relationship. He comes back off an injury, and already this offseason, what we're hearing about in his workouts is he's back to Odell. The speed, the cut ability, all that stuff. And we know he's got the hands. He's going to be a great weapon for them. And Kevin Stefanski has to figure out, yes, we are predominantly a run offense. Yes, Baker Mayfield probably best as a game manager. But I've got a weapon in Odell Beckham Jr. And I've got to use it. And I know I've got to keep him engaged, knowing that I'm not asking you to block all the time. I'm not asking you to be a decoy. I need you to be that weapon. And Baker's going to have to feed him. He's going to have to be able to get it to him on target.
Stop, huh?
And that's going to be something to watch with the Browns this year. Why have him out there if you're not going to use him?
Stop. No, stop,
but it's
man.
reality. What else is he out there for?
You say you need
three-time Pro Bowler and at 28 years old, coming up injury, he's good. I'm all set. I'm going to be a decoy now.
You know what keeps receivers and all players happy? Winning damn games.
Winning games,
if
right.
I'm not winning, you better figure out how to get me the damn ball to help you win. But I anticipate that Cleveland will be winning, so it won't be a problem. I hate to cut you off, but I can't sit here and hear you just keep saying, "Oh, he's going to be frustrated. He's going to kick a net again." No,
I never said any of that.
No,
you need to listen more.
You didn't say that, but you implied those sort of things by saying that they've got to force feed Odell the ball. Not when you're winning, you don't.
Stop.
No,
this is not an Odell.
Going.
This is not an Odell thing. You're trying to make, you're doing this whole you media thing, which you love to do with me. And I get frustrated. Media. This is what I'm doing. This is not the Odell perspective I'm giving you. This is the Baker perspective. I'm in the huddle. Swagoo, I'm in the huddle and I'm going to say Cadillac because I'm an old man. I've got a Ferrari, okay, or whatever else I can think of. I can't afford those cars, so I don't name them like that. But he's sitting, I'm looking right at him. I'm thinking, man, I got to get this dude the ball. Like, I got to figure out how to get him the ball. I know the call coming in, but I'm going to find a way to get it to Odell. And Baker's got to be careful not to fall into that trap.
Like that in the huddle. Swagoo, will you please educate my dude on what the huddle conversations are?
I want to keep Odell happy. I want to make sure I get him the ball.
Man.
Yeah, listen, Hon, you better keep Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt happy. All right, and that's Kevin Stefanski's job. And when it comes to Baker and OBJ, listen, I'm almost in the middle with you guys because Key knows this better than you and I, Hon. Quarterbacks are going to look for their best guy in crunch time situations. That's just the normal procedure of a guy, especially when you build a comfort level. I thought the great thing that Baker Mayfield did last year was spread the ball around and answer the bell in a lot of those moments when you have to be really good at the end and down the stretch of games. If we go back to the Baltimore Ravens game last year when Lamar came and did Lamar things and was spectacular and the Ravens won that game, every time Baker had the ball, he answered the question. And the question is not should Baker force feed Odell Beckham Jr. It's will Baker become blind in those moments just to Odell Beckham Jr.? I think that is what should be the question. And if he does, I do think that's a detriment to the team as opposed to spreading that thing around or finding guys. And let's not forget, like Jarvis Landry plays for this team. That's a hell of a football player. You don't even have to force feed OBJ if you're Baker Mayfield. This is a Baker and Kevin Stefanski issue, though. This has nothing to do with Odell Beckham Jr. What Baker Mayfield experienced was Odell Beckham Jr. comes with the cachet and the ability to get open in matchups. But he also has to understand that he has other guys that can do that as well. And I like Key point when you talk about the maturation process of throughout the season and learning the system and becoming more comfortable with it. Like Baker Mayfield wasn't no MVP level quarterback last year. He wasn't playing out of his mind. He played better than he played the previous year and everybody went crazy. But the bottom line is when you get a guy back like this with this type of cachet, it's those moments. I'm not talking about the totality of a season. It's fourth quarter, 2-minute drill. I got Odell Beckham Jr. Should I force feed him the ball because that's our best chance to win? I think Baker Mayfield is going to have to pull himself back and say, no, I got other guys that I can get the ball to as well. But that becomes an issue when you have dynamic receivers. That becomes an issue when you have guys that you know, even if they're not open, I still believe that they're open. That's something Baker is going to have to deal with. I'm sure key quarterbacks dealt with that with him in those situations. I saw Tony Romo deal with that with Terrell Owens in situations. We've seen all the great ones deal with that. The issue is with Baker is he's a young quarterback on a team with a coach that has a system that really, really works. He's going to have to pull himself back in those moments and say, I have more people on the field than Odell Beckham Jr.
I think he learns from this past season how to pull himself back. Even though OBJ wasn't on the field, there was a number of other players, whether it was Higgins, whether it was Landry, whether it's a tight end, Kareem Hunt out of the backfield, whoever it was, he learned that. So I think moving forward, he knows what to do with the ball. I'm not worried about him getting the ball to OBJ, forcing it to him at the end of games. Kevin Stefanski dialing up plays. All you got to do is look at Stephon Diggs and Thielen and the success they had as a pair with Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, guys, let's move on.
Get off me, huh?
What are you talking about? That was a tie. Swagoo said he agreed with both of us. It's a tie.
Guys, next topic. Let's go. The LA Rams made big moves this offseason, trading their QB of the last 4 years.